Welcome, Pikmin Plays here. Today I'm going to be going over Spike Rush. Now, Spike Rush is the latest of the themed modes for Rocket League, and it's got a bunch of really cool strategies that I have not seen anyone use, so I'm going to be going over those strategies today. In as much detail as possible, we're going to be doing 3-second sections for each technique, so I'm going to have a beginner, medium, and expert for each. And if you want to know, I am a silver 1, but I've been researching my butt off, so hopefully I will be able to, oh, I made a mistake. Anyways, hopefully I'll be able to highlight exactly how to win at Spike Rush on all different levels of gameplay. So, first technique I'm going to be doing once I can successfully get into this private match is flicks. So flicks, if you don't know, in this are, let me do no bots, sorry. Flicks, essentially, you release the ball right after doing a forward dodge. So I'm going to show you exactly what that is. If you can get some really good speed going in Spike Rush, it makes it very tricky to get good speed just because you can't use boost while you're in Spike mode. So that's, also, by the way, let me go over the basics of Spike Rush. So you can see here, I hit the ball. Now these spikes appear. These are permanent, except for when you ball release, they go away for a few seconds. So that you can't just get infinite chain combos. Now, when I've got the ball here, you can see I can't use boost anymore. Now, if I press down the L stick here, it releases the ball, it goes in whatever direction I was doing it, and then my spikes come back after a little bit. So yeah. Those are the basics. Let me edit the settings. I need unlimited time. Sorry for all these edits. Anyways, yeah, I guess I'll just, yeah. And pause the game when I need. So I'm going to go back and try to do a flick here. I'm going to bring the ball back to the center. Let's say I'm starting from the center of the field, okay? So if I go forward, I can use 4 dodges to gain momentum, and then if I time my flick correctly, you can see that the ball went straight in. This is one of your most effective ways to get speed in Rocket League Spike Rush, and for some reason people just don't use it. So, if you want to start using this, it's actually super easy for someone to start with a beginner. So the first thing you want to do is you want to run up and you want to get control of the ball. You can do some sort of short kickoff setup. It doesn't matter what setup you do. All that matters is that you now have the ball and you can take it to a flat area of the field. Okay, so you take it to this flat area. Now if I start going forward, I can speed up using forward dodges. I like to call this pole vault, so you can basically use the ball as a crutch to get further upwards momentum. This is a super useful technique if you want to gain speed. Okay, so now I'm going to head to the center, and I'm going to forward dodge forward to get as much momentum as I can. I can just start driving. See, now I've got a bit of speed. Now if I time it correctly, I can release the ball, and it goes in. That was not a good one at all, but you at least see what I'm talking about here. So, yeah, if you just hit the ball, you can get really easy flicks. So you're going to want to hit the ball, release the ball, I'm pretty sure. So you can see this forward dodge. It's basically when your car is, like, right here. Sorry, that's not clear at all. Right here, so your car is basically face down. So it's got its nose basically touching the ground or facing towards the ground. It doesn't really matter. Like right when you see that happen, so I'm going to try to do it here. See, you flick it right there, and that gives you a bit of extra power. You go in for fast shots, so that's just the basics of it. Now for moderate, I'm assuming that you are like a diamond player or someone with good skill, unlike me. So if you like have the time and you have the will to like actually practice this stuff, like you're serious about Spike Rush, or you're waiting for ranked mode and you're like, oh my god, I gotta get ahead of this, so let's just get ahead of this and get really good. So the first thing you're gonna want to do is practice the timing of the flicks. So you'll, just like I said before, the timing, and you're gonna want to do a lot of experimentation, and you're going to want to try to get as much speed as possible before the flick, and you're gonna want to try to time it correctly so that when the ball comes out, you can get it going pretty fast, pretty easily. So you can see here, I can just do basic forward dodge stuff and release it right here. That gets me a good bit of power. Okay, so that's basically the basics of moderate. It's really a lot of timing. Now we're moving into expert mode, and expert mode, well, this is not just for grand champs. There's a few things in here that are helpful for everyone. You're going to be wanting practicing more angles than just facing the goal. So let's assume you're facing away from the goal, right? So you can start backing up, do a backflip. You're going to want to keep twisting your car to the right direction so that you land safely, but of course all you grand champions and champ ones out there, and all of you know this. So I'm going to do my best to try to illustrate exactly what you're supposed to be doing. So if I start backing up here, then I can pole vault here and release. I can get my momentum going backwards, so I'm going to try, yeah, it's hard to get a good camera angle, but I'm going to want to try to keep my car lined up and while I'm spinning and get good momentum and flick it backwards like that. See, that time it went above the net. But you always see what I'm trying to say. You're going to be wanting to practice these difficult angles, because if you can get the jump on your opponents, like, if they're sitting back to play goalie, like right here, I know that a lot of goalies will just sit back on the ground here. So the technique I use for this is I go a little bit away from the goal, so I'm aiming for maybe this line right here, and then I get some momentum going. So let me head back over here. Okay, so essentially, I can forward dodge here, adjust. No, that's not a good idea, sorry. Where's my gameplay today? Anyways, I go up to here. Now if I side dodge and time it correctly, that wasn't a side dodge, but if as I was saying, if you side dodge and time it correctly, you can get some serious power going. So if I take it, let me get back over there. If I just try to side dodge into the ball at the right time, I can get really, really, really good power going. You can tell it's good because I said really 3 times, and so if I'm just sitting here, side dodge, and then, yep, nope, as I said, I can't really do it. I can't do it consistently. So the point is, you side dodge, and then if you release it like right there and you don't hit the rim, then you can get some serious power going. From a stop, or even if you're going from an incorrect direction, you can get some serious power really fast. So I'm going to try this again. Nope, I didn't flip. Gosh. Alright. Boom. No, nope. Nope. The point is, you're trying to... Okay, time's running out. Hold on, let me move into the next match. The point is, what you're trying to do is, you're trying to just flick it really fast from a side dodge, and if you can do that, then you can get some serious power really, really fast. So I'm going to just edit the match settings real quick to make this unlimited, so we can keep this going. So the point is, you can get really fast, really quick. That's basically the gist of it. You can get ridiculous angles, you can get forward dodge angles from the sides, like, if you get the right angle going, then you can really flick it so fast, it's really quite surprising. Like, you can get, like, normal soccer speeds, like if you're full boosting, forward dodging into the goal, I bet you could get something like that. If you do, like, a pole vault and then a flick, then that's really going to get you speed fast. So I'm just going to move straight into the next technique, which is something that every advanced player will know, and that is kickoffs. What are you supposed to do on these kickoffs? Because Casual Spike Rush, there's actually quite a few things that everyone does that even I do that are quite exploitable, and I only do them because no one's taken advantage of them yet. So if you meet me online, then yeah, you can use these strategies against me. So essentially, here's the gist of it. Let me score this real quick and reset from the kickoff. So there's a bunch of different things you can do to take advantage of this. Now, let's say you're from this position, okay, let's slow down, let's pause the game. Let's look at this position a little bit. So essentially, the other opponent usually tries to get a straight angle, so they're going to want to hit it straight from where the ball is right now into the goal. This is basic stuff. But you can easily cut them off. See, I'm going to take a route here that I'm always using, just because people always do the same kickoff, and it's super exploitable. So if I drive here, now they're going to hit it in this direction. Sometimes people like to hit it at a bit of an angle. This is where your dodges come in really handy. You're going to need a decent reaction time. Now, if you can dodge, you just jump into the air a little bit. Now, if you see the ball start to go up, you might need to jump and or aerial. Like this, right here, you know how to aerial. Everybody knows how to aerial. If you don't know how to aerial, you just jump and you start doing this and you fly. Anyways, so the opponent is going to want to hit the ball about here. You need very little boost to do this, so don't worry about trying to get boost and get to the spot quickly. You're going to get scored on if you try to do that. So you're just going to keep your 33 boost, maybe grab a few extra. Now, if you have the ball here, the basic angles they can hit at are going to be within the range of your dodges. You can see that if they're coming from over at that spot that I showed you earlier, then they're going to be wanting to hit it slightly to the right of your goal. Let me reposition to show you. So, you're going to want to hit it into the edges of your goal. Now, you can see if you trace the path between the edge of the goal and the ball, that is definitely going to pass by for either goalpost. It's going to pass by where you are right now. So you're going to want to get right behind this boost pad so you have enough time to react if you have bad-ish reaction times. It still works. Now you want to get right behind this boost pad that I'm right in front of here, and then you're going to want to side dodge if they hit it to the left, side dodge it to the right if they hit it to the right, and just stay if they hit it straight towards you. This doesn't really have any levels just because this is pretty basic stuff. So anyways, let's move right into the next, which is going to be weird angles. I made a whole section just for this because there are so many random weird angles you can get in Spike Rush that are super easy to pull off. But nobody does it, and nobody defends against it, so it's super easy to be winning all your games here. So if I hit it, oh, oops, I scored. Might never hear that again. Oops, I scored. Anyways, the point is, if I come over here, okay, so I'm going to hit the ball, activate my spikes, all that stuff, so there's some pretty sick angles you can get here. For example, if you go here, this is kind of like the angle I showed you before, but this time if you just drive straight on the goalpost, so let me show you what I mean. If you're over here, you grab the ball, you have spikes, you just start forward flipping or using whatever method of movement you prefer most. Doesn't really matter. All you need to do is set this up and then side dodge right here, okay? So that's super simple. All you need to do, as you can look at the replay, is I went over here, and then essentially you just need to side dodge to the left at the right time. And if you can do that, then the ball will definitely score a goal, and it'll be at like the top of the post. So unless somebody can pull off a miraculous mid-air demo and also somehow somebody else saves it, it's going to be near impossible to defend against this. Now, the only time when this strategy is weak is right along this edge, so hopefully you have teammates that'll be bumping the defenders, and if they bump the defenders enough, if you can get to right here, then you can just side dodge and score the easiest goal of your life. So there's also similar things with the other goalposts. You just do that, but reverse, you side dodge to the right. Now let's talk about the top goalpost. This seems like one of the places where it's going to be like nearly impossible to score, but no, you can just believe it or not, you can just backflip from the top goalpost and score another easy goal. So if you go here, I'm going to backflip right here, and if I do it correctly, this takes a little bit of skill. There's two basic ways in which you can pull off this method. The first one is generally easier, but it's less consistent, so you just go up here. Anyone can do this. If you just go up here, again, you're going to want to drive here, because it's harder. I found it's harder in online matches for people to locate the ball and locate you and get the demo when you can see that if you're trying to drive up on the wall, you're going to have to redirect your momentum right here, which means they're going to be going less fast, which means I have to have a lot of boost if they want to get a demo you all the way up here. So basically, let me power slide here. If I drive down, if I actually hit the goalpost, drive down here, and then I backflip right here, you can get another easy goal right there, though it's less consistent, so don't be relying on this to score. The other good part of this strategy is the contingency plan. So if I miss this, let's say, the ball's going to be right there. You see, like, right in the center of the goalpost. It's going to be floating partly in the goal. Now, if you have either one of two things happening, you can have a teammate drive forward, grab the ball, take it in for the easiest goal of their life, or if they're defending, the opponents are going to have to drive it all the way down the field, and usually that takes a while because they don't know most of these strategies, and if you know all of them, you'll clearly have an upper hand. So that's a contingency plan if that goes wrong. Strategy number 2 involves a hard timing of the ball release. So if I drive up here, then I can backflip. If I release right there, you can see I just somehow got it on my first try, which I never do. So if you drive up to the top goalpost, you can backflip, and then if you ball release at just the right time right there, see, that wasn't going to go in until I released, and now if you release the ball at exactly the right time, then you can get another easy goal. If you mistime this, it's a bit more risky, because it might have flown right out of the goalpost. If you're if your teammates were aggroing, it's going to be very hard for them to get back in defense. So the opponents are basically going to get a free goal, no pressure. So if you're going to try to do this strategy, if you're at a beginner level, I'd recommend the first strat. If you're at moderate or expert level, like you're gold, maybe I'm a silver, so I don't dare use this in an online match. I definitely recommend that you practice this a lot. Like, spend 10 minutes just driving up to this post and backflipping and timing it, and then seeing how consistently you can get it. I'd only recommend using it if you have, like, 80% accuracy or something like that, because opponents are going to get a free goal if you do this incorrectly. So, yeah, make sure you have high accuracy, like, maybe record how accurate you are on the table, that kind of stuff. Oh, yeah, there's one more method that I completely forgot, but you could easily get download in it if people see it coming. Alright, so let me hit the ball here. Now, if I grab the ball again, I'm going to grab the ball again, okay? So I'm going to drive up to the top goalpost. This strategy is actually the simplest one. You don't even need to backflip, you just drive here, and then you can see you need to start reversing when this starts. So basically what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to fall down here, and then this will hopefully it'll auto-correct, and your car will bounce completely in the goal. And thus the ball will also bounce completely in the goal. So you can see that if you get the right bounce, if you can angle your car correctly, then you can bounce right there. So that's essentially that strategy. Yeah, okay, so that is going to wrap it up. If you want to see me do another video just like this, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Yeah, I'm probably going to do a part 2 because there's a few strats I still haven't mentioned, but I'll have to do more research and development, so that might not come out for maybe a week. So yeah, this is Pikmin Plays, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.